Well, good morning, stamping friends. Happy Friday to you all. I'm so glad you're joining me this morning. If you're new to my channel, my name is Lorri Heiling, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And I'm curious, what's everyone's plan for this weekend? I have been busy in my craft room here preparing for my team meeting that's taking place on Monday. Now, for those of you who are on my team already, we meet in person once a month and we get together to share ideas and just have fun together. We stamp and we talk about what's new with Stampin' Up! In the stamping world. And it's just a lot of fun. Plus, it's a way to connect with others who all share this passion of paper crafting. But even if you don't live in Phoenix, you can still take part because we do all of our meetings online, which is through Zoom or Facebook Live. And so you can join us and watch us live or just catch us on the replay. But whether you're local or long distance, there is a way to connect with us. And speaking of, starting on May 4th, which is when this catalog goes live, you're going to love it. Stampin' Up! Is offering a special for new customers who join. There's a cute little flyer here. And basically what it boils down to is if you sign up to be a demonstrator between May 4th and 31st, you will get your starter kit for $99. And it's always $99, but instead of getting $125 worth of products, you get to choose $155 worth of products. So that's $30 more than normal for your starter kit. Now, what is a starter kit? Basically, it's any product you want in any catalog or even on the clearance rack, and you just choose whatever you want. It's not a pre-planned kit that you have to get. It's just whatever products you like. So it's really easy to pick out what you'd like. And I also want to mention that you get free shipping on that. So that's another 10% that saves you because shipping is normally 10% off on your total. So I would love to add you to my team. So if you decide you want to consider doing this, I will post the link on my blog and my website, but I'm going to wait until May 4th because really that's the best time when you can get a little bit more bang for your buck. So just kind of put that on the back burner and think about it. And if you have any questions about that, please let me know because I can share a lot more than I just did in that short little blip there. But it's just really fun to be part of a bigger group and to be able to buy all your products at a discount. And then one more thing that they're offering, and I know you can't really see this from there, but I will be posting this graphic. But if you host your own workshop or you place an order that is nice size, if it's over $100 or $250 or more, you're going to receive a percentage of your sales in host rewards, plus you get an additional $25 bonus for hitting the 250 mark. So if you say you placed a $250 order, your host rewards are 10% of that total, which would be $25. And then you get another $25 bonus for hitting that mark. And so your grand total would be $50. So it's just a really good deal if you can gather your friends together and put an order together, or maybe you have enough things that you want that your own order will total that, but you get to reap the benefits. And that's another little bonus that they're offering. So May 4th is the big date. One more thing I want to share with you. I want to show you this catalog. You are running out of days to order from this. If there's anything in this catalog that you would like that's not carrying over, you may want to place that order because on May 3rd, this is the last day that you can order from this catalog. So make sure you comb through this catalog. A lot of things are on sale already. So just peek one more time to see if there's anything that you didn't catch the first round and want to get that before it is gone, because once May 4th hits, the new catalog will be in place and anything that is retiring and not carrying over will be gone. So I just wanted to share that with you. Well, right now we're going to get into today's project. So let's get started. Well, today is the last day to register for my Pretty Perennials class. I can't believe we're at the end of the month, and I'm going to be starting to cut these tomorrow so I can get these in the mail to you next week for those of you who already ordered. You will get 5 make and takes to you in the mail from me, and then there's also product that goes with this. We have option A, which includes the bundle and all these products that go with it, and we also have option B. Maybe you already own this set, and then you'll get these products that you'll need to complete the projects, and then plus the 5 make and takes and the PDF. So today is the deadline for this class, so make sure you sign up if you're interested in this, and I am going to give you a sneak preview of one of the cards. This is one of the cards that will be included in the make and take. Isn't that fun and pretty, using the True Love Designer Series paper? And you can substitute for you and put happy birthday or happy mail or you make me happy. You know, there's lots of options with this. So that's one of the make and takes that you will be making. All right, the other thing I wanted to point out is tomorrow is the deadline for the In Color Club. Guys, this is the best way to get a lot of product in your hands with the new In Colors, and it's affordable because you just pay a little bit each month, and you'll get billed each month for 5 months, and at the end of 5 months you'll have all the colors. And look what I made for you. The people that signed up for this will get these In Color little they're not really, well, you could use them as a bookmark, but you're going to have all the In Colors. These are the 5 that are new this year, and but I do put all of these on one so you can kind of see what the other In Colors that are good for one more year here. But these are just really fun to use because I leave these, they're within my arm's reach of my computer, and I'm grabbing this all the time. A lot of times when I'm designing, I'll think, oh, which pink do I want to use? Which one matches this one? And you can kind of, you know, put it on your paper and just use it as a guide rather than me walking over to my file cabinet, grabbing the cardstock out of there. This is just easier because you get a snippet of what the paper looks like. So this will come in with your club if you sign up. So make sure you do that. I won't be doing a video on Saturday, so really today is your last call for this. I will put the links one more time in my blog and on my Facebook pages. All right, let's start with today's project, and I am using Pretty Perennials just because this is the last call for this for my class. This will be in the catalog through June, but I just wanted to point it out because this is the last time that you can get the class through me. All right, we are going to start with Coastal Cabana. And I wrote down all the supplies I used except this really pretty embossing folder, which I'm going to look up for you. I thought, well, I'll put it in the notes, but let me show you where it's at. This would be towards the back of the catalog under embossing folders. I made these cute little tabs for my book, and it is called Ornate Floral. So I just got that one. That's why I don't know the name of it off the top of my head, but isn't that pretty? Just a very subtle background. And this is 8.5 by 5.5 inches, scored in half on the long side at 4 1/4, and then just fold your cardstock in half. All right, now the next thing we're going to do is a layer of Daffodil Delight. This is another accent color that will be in with the class if you order it. Let me grab my ruler quick. And this piece is 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. So we're going to set that aside for now. Now, what I did was I cut these pieces, and they're all from the True Love Designer Series paper. They're two-sided, so you can really mix and match these shapes and patterns. I tried to choose somewhere that were kind of dark and some that were light. And the way that we're going to lay this on is like this. So this is actually going to go like this, and I will adhere it, otherwise it's going to move around. And I will give you these measurements in just a second, but I want you to see what it looks like when it's on the paper. All right, the measurements are 1.5 by 1.5. These two are 1.5 by 1.5, and these two are 2 3/4 by 1.5. So those two are the same measurement. All right, let's go ahead and adhere these. And this paper is really fun because finally we can order our blending brushes, and these blending brushes really work well with coloring in this. You just take these brushes and swirl it around in the ink and then on your paper, so you can make black and white paper come alive with some real color on there, or bright colors. And just try to kind of space them so they're even. All right, so what is everyone's plan this weekend? I know it feels like I have half a month yet, but I'm kind of scrambling a little bit to get ready for the Maui trip coming up. I'm pretty excited about that trip. Unfortunately, only U.S. demonstrators have the option to go because of COVID. And boy, they are making us jump through some hoops. We have to get tested twice, whether you're vaccinated or not. One is before we leave, and the other one is upon arrival. So I'm a little bit nervous that we won't get our results in time, but and then we get the right test. You have to get it taken at the correct place. So anyway, I'm trying not to worry about it, but it's in the back of my mind. All right, this is going to be on the front of the card. So let me grab my dimensionals. Of course, we're going to pop this up. I told you last time in my video that I really like using different dimensions in my projects because I just think it adds a little more interest to it. So let's put that on the front here. And the next step we're going to do is I'm going to show you a tool that we've had for quite a few years, but maybe some of you haven't used it before. This is called a Stamparatus, and what it does is it, if you're doing multiple cards, like say Christmas cards or something you have to make a lot of, it's just so easy because you keep putting your paper in here, your cardstock, and then you will stamp it and then pull it out. And this is always positioned the same. So if you're layering or doing something you want in the exact position each time, then this is really a nice tool. I need to clean mine off a little bit. The other thing is, if you use a photopolymer stamp, which I'm using the word happy, and mine is kind of stained up because I have been using StazOn, but I need to take my StazOn cleaner and clean this. But StazOn, you can use Memento, but StazOn gives it a little bit darker and sharper image, I should say. It just seems darker, but you have to be sure to clean it really well. And this is just a magnetic, which is super magnetic. Do not get it close to the other magnet that comes, because I have broken ones when they slide together. And I just put painter's tape on here because it's easier to pick up. And the reason I'm doing this on here is because I want this to have a really dark image. And sometimes you have to stamp twice. Well, if you stamp twice, sometimes you don't line it up the right way. So by using this, you know, I can stamp it 2 or 3 times and I know it'll hit in the right position. The other thing I'm doing is I'm putting the stamp case under because it's easier to ink this up when it's flat. See how it's a flat line rather than angled, because sometimes then you get more ink around the edges. So just slide a stamp case under there. StazOn. StazOn smells really good. It smells like almond frosting. And I know it sounds like I'm on drugs. I'm a ink. Oh, you know what? It just moved. Yikes. I think that'll be okay. Let's see. Nope, you got to move the magnet a little bit. It'll stick better once I stick it down. But anyway, back to my sniffing of the ink. Okay, see how it's not real dark? I want to do it one more time. And this will go in the same position. And it'll just be one layer darker. All right. Now, what we're going to do is take this off and fussy cut it. Okay, back to my ink again. I was one who sniffed black markers as a kid, but I don't recommend that because it'll probably turn you into a drug addict. I don't know. But I used to do that, and I can't open my StazOn without sniffing because you know me and sweets. I love sweets. All right. If you do get a StazOn ink pad and use it, you need to clean this right away, like I said. So just rub that over. And then I'm going to take my Simply Chamois and just wipe it off. See how nice that cleans it? So do that right away. I know when I do this in a class, it's hard to teach people because usually I just clean the stamps at the end. But when you use StazOn, you're going to want to clean it right away. All right. So it's still a little bit stained from when I've used red and pinks, but those are kind of like permanent stains. But at least the black will come out. And don't freak out if your stamps get stained because they still stamp the same. All right. Now, it doesn't matter that I got some little blops in there because, like I said, I am going to fussy cut it out. So that one I did in advance, so I'll show you. I just go maybe 1/4 of an inch or maybe 1/8 of an inch from the edge. It's not perfect, but that's all right. We're just kind of getting the idea. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mount this on here. But before I do that, let me move that to the side. I am going to use, this is Pretty Polished, or Polished Pink. I need to learn my names here. But this is one of the new in colors that I showed you earlier. See this? Polished Pink. Isn't that prettier? Pretty. It's lighter than the Magenta Madness. It's just a really nice pink, and it's darker than Flirty Flamingo. Let me show you Flirty Flamingo so you can get an idea. If you want, you can. I laminate mine because seriously, I use mine that much. I guess I only need one here. So let's compare pinks. So you can see that it's lighter than Magenta Madness, but it's darker than Flirty Flamingo. So we do not have a color like this one. So it's just really pretty. All right, on the back side of this, I am going to put a mini dimensional. And don't worry that there's a hole in the middle because we're going to cover that up. But I want this to pop a little bit. So we will put this on like this. Let's go about right here. So now our flower is popped. Now we want Happy to pop even more. So I'm going to take my foam adhesive strips, and you don't even have to cut that. It's like tear and tape. You just rip it. Maybe I'll make 2 smaller pieces and just put them on here, because we want this to be one layer thicker or higher than this one. So let's go happy right here, off center a little bit. So that one's really popped up. So we have 1, 2, 3 different heights of layers. Then I am going to take Playing with Patterns, these resin dots. Aren't these pretty? And these are going to be in the new catalog as well. Let me get my pick tool, because I like to use these. They're just easier when you have an extension of your finger and you don't have to use your nails. Whoops. Okay, let's move it right up here and put that in the middle. You could do yellow too, but this is Bumblebee. I'm kind of OCD about changing colors, but look at yellow would be pretty as well. But then I should have used Bumblebee if I wanted an exact match underneath. Either one, they're close enough. Now, what do we want them to have a happy? As I said, there's lots of options. Happy mail, happy birthday, sending lots of happy. So I'm using birthday, and I got to show you this cool die that we have. It's called Many Messages. And look at all these shapes of tiny little tags. I knew right away I needed a small something to put birthday on. I give a lot of birthday cards, so that's why I chose this one. And I didn't even get the stamp set, because if you order the stamp set, it is one large one. Some people have cut their stamps apart so they're individual, but that defeats the purpose of having them all lined up on here. And I didn't want to cut out all these labels every time I needed it. So I only bought the dies, and I'll put that link on there. But this is just really valuable, and this will be in the next catalog. If you do want this, but you want the bundled price and the stamp set that goes with it, you'll want to get it before the mini catalog expires, which is June. But for me, I just wanted all these little labels. So what I did was I cut out, let me show you where it is on here. It's this shape right here, and the word birthday actually fits in there. So I cut it out and then I stamped it. Remember, the Pretty Perennials stamp set is photopolymer, so it was easy for me to line this up and get that in the center. And then I'm going to just put 2 dimensionals on the back. I don't think I have to trim these down. And then we're just going to put this right underneath where happy is. So it says happy birthday. And again, I don't like everything always centered all the time. So let's offset it a little bit like that. So happy birthday. There we go. That's using a lot of products that you'll get in the class. The paper, the dies, the stamp set, and I think that's it. Yeah. All right. So I hope you enjoyed this project. Again, this is your last call for my Pretty Perennials class and last call for the In Color Club. If there's any products that you liked, make sure that when you order, if you use my host code here for the month, and if your order is over $35 or more, you will get in on Creative You for this month. I have my projects designed, and oh, I think you're going to enjoy them. It's worth ordering just to get those projects. I will send the cutout pieces, and then once you get them, you can assemble them. You can order the products that you might need for them the next order, or you can substitute what you have if you want to use the kits right away. But I hope you take advantage of that. The deadline for ordering for Creative You is May 10th. So if you put your order in before then, $35 or more before tax and shipping, and use the host code, then you will receive the Creative You kits to go. There are 3 projects. All right, thanks guys.